When will the full YouTube song video be ready? That's a great question. It should be sometime this summer. That's right, sometime this summer. My cover of Reptile premieres this Saturday, August 31st, 2024 at 10 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. For now, here are my live stream highlights from June 15th, which was the 8th and final Reptile tracking session. You are here to witness me practicing my voice acting. Lady Rhea, how do you say words? The way that this sounds when Spencer does it sounds absolutely magical. I can't sing very well in that register. So I want to add a high harmony. Release high. There we go. Okay, now it sounds like magic. Yuri said, Kayleen's curious collection of critters. Yeah, I love my critters. I do have a fuck ton of Melodyne editing to do. Oh, right, and then there's the spoken section in the middle. Yeah, I forgot about that. I always forget about that. Do you think you know who you are? This is the hardest part of the song. I'm gonna try whispering it.
Do you think you know who you are?
Polum says ASMR much, lol. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yuri said no whisper certainly doesn't work there, lol. Crowberry said could you try a narrator voice with it? Oh, try imagining you're Lady Rhea from Three Houses.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not?
Oh God.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I've invited you here, is it not?
When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the arch.
She sounds so condescending. Yuri said, that's the point, to be pompous. Can you guys not even see the text? Oh my God. They see you, they see me, they see all. Okay, Innocent Hedgehog said, I think this will be good. I hope so. I hope you're right.
Do you think you know who you are?
Okay, Daniel said, yeah, that's actually sounding really good. Okay, I hope so. I mean, like, if you guys think it sounds good, then hopefully... Should I have, like, an uptick at the end of that? Like,
do you think you know who you are?
Yes. Yes, uptick. Okay. You know something that Lady Rhea does when she says the word you? She over enunciates the you.
Do you think you know who you are?
Oh, I need to do it like that.
Do you think you know who you are?
Did you think you had it all worked out?
Did you think you had it all worked out?
Worked out. How would Rhea say the word worked?
Did you think you had it all worked out? Work. Did you think you had it all worked out?
Not like that.
Did you think you had it all worked? All?
I'm gonna reference her again.
There is no need to spare me from the truth, however harsh it may be.
There is no need to spare me from the truth, however harsh it may be.
Oh, hi Pranav. I actually had a conversation with Pranav about this section. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This was like months ago, I think. I was like, I'm gonna sound cringy. I'm just gonna try some stuff and see what sticks.
Did you think you had it all worked out? Well. Well. Did you think you had it all worked out? Well.
Okay, Yuri said, you're worrying too much. I know, I worry about everything. And then Pranav said, this has sounded good, actually. Okay, cool. Just like, please, guys, don't blow smoke up my ass. Like, if something sounds cringy, like, I need to know. I'd rather hear it now than hear it later when I post the finished video of this. I need to put a little bit more whisper into it, too.
Did you think you had it all worked out? Well. Did you think you had it all worked out? Well.
Now the well is on beat. The word out is longer.
And who could believe?
Oh, this is such a Rhea line.
And who could believe? And who could believe?
And who could believe? Okay.
And who could believe? And who could believe? Those dead-eyed
soldiers?
Those dead-eyed soldiers. Red sky rain. The Red Canyon. The red sky rain falls. Red sky rain falls.
The irony of this is really tickling my brain, like in a good way. Yuri said, if you feel like it's cringy, it's good. Okay, I don't want to like totally spoil the plot of Fire Emblem Three Houses because it is a really great game and I highly recommend it, but literally like Rhea is a reptile. So the fact that I'm doing a Rhea-inspired voice is kind of just... Omega Ferret said, I see we're skipping this week's Reptile tracking stream for a Fire Emblem stream. Daniel said, and we haven't made a single piss joke. Omega Ferret said, no piss. Now I'm pissed off. I feel like I'm just gonna sound cringe.
The winter beams no beauty. The winter beams no beauty. The winter beams, the winter beams no beauty. The winter beams no beauty. How do I say this without sounding cringy? Help. I don't know what I'm doing.
Zach said, how do you say it without sounding like a Disney princess? I don't know. Yuri said, listen to the original the way Mikey does it. Okay.
Rain falls. The winter beams no beauty.
The winter beams no beauty.
Innocent Hedgehog said, this sounds so cool. It's so different from the original and still so good. Thank you. Ambient Shredder said, option plus C to color code, or right click on the track and click assign color code. I'm gonna have to try that. Shift Command D to make a track stack.
Bitch, poor, clutching to their shits in horror. In horror.
Okay, Ambient Shredder said, I'm impressed watching you perfectly navigate this session with no markers or color coding. I do have arrangement. The first thing I do when I import stems into my DAW is I'll plot out all the sections in the song and also all of the time signature changes. Option plus C. Oh my god. This is so exciting. I'm making lead vox mint green, which is my favorite color. I am so happy about this. Thank you for telling me this. Back vox high is going to be pink. It's so sassy. I love it. Okay, then Ambient Shredder said, try the Shift Command D trick as well to put stuff in folders, because then you can close the folders and not scroll through hundreds of tracks. I'm gonna do that for this choir section. Oh, hell yeah. Folder stack? Amazing. Wow, this is revolutionary. This is gonna change how I organize my projects. This is so cool though. Thank you so much, Ambient Shredder. I really appreciate you telling me about this. Omega Ferret said, you can put them all into a folder, then mute the entire folder. I'm gonna put all of you into a folder and mute it. I'm just kidding. Yuri said, I'm pretty sure the whole Periphery discography is on the 2-cover list. Oh, wait, I missed some stuff. Zach said, wait, I forgot. Do you have satellites in your 2-cover list? Yes, I do. I am planning on doing satellites as the 5K subscriber special. Anyway, satellites is my most highly requested song. And Yuri said, pretty sure the high notes in satellites are the same as the final note in Wax Wings. Kayleen can go higher than that, but yes, it's hella difficult. So the final note in Wax Wings is an F sharp 5. I don't know the words. Now all we care for is blood and satellites. It's like that. I can go higher than that. My highest notes. Tiago said, how are you splitting the notes like that? I'm on like the regular main tool. If I kind of hover around the edge of the blob, it gives me this like little slice icon instead of the regular pointer. And then I can just cut it like that. I started doing it this way so I could have more precise control over the pitch, as opposed to like, here, let me find a good, actually, this is a good note to use as an example. No. So I think if you were to like look at a Melodyne tutorial, it would typically tell you like, oh, you can use our pitch drift tool or a pitch modulation tool. And so like, I can bend this note with the pitch drift tool. So like, if I pull this all the way down, it'll go like this. Oh. Which is now it's pulled the sharp parts more flat and the flat parts more sharp. And it kind of still overall is a note that isn't quite right sounding. I can bend it in this direction to make the sharp parts more sharp and the flat parts more flat. Oh. The other thing that they would tell you to do in a typical tutorial is like pitch modulation, which is gonna like level everything out to the center of the note. And I haven't automatically snapped this note to the grid, so if I double click it, it'll snap to the grid. And then if I use modulation here, like I typically will just do this if I'm trying to show the example of like the zero effect. No. Here, let me just like Let me just like select everything and flatline it all.
The end of all we know.
So that's not the only option you have when using the modulation tool. Like you can just like flatten it slightly like this and still leave some of the natural contour.
No.
But I actually don't really like that because it starts to sound unnatural. So what I do instead is I cut apart the sections of the note where I hear my pitch modulating, and then I snap them to the center. And then if there's something uneven, then I'll use it's on this tool. It's neither drift nor modulation. I think they call it the transition tool. If you just have this selected without selecting either of these tools, then all of these little yellow lines in between the sections that you've chopped will be there, and you can like now smooth out the transitions. I think that feature is only available in Melodyne Editor. I don't think you can do that with like the basic version of Melodyne.
Oh, wasted on.
So what I'm doing is a bit more time consuming, but I think in the end it does make for a better sounding recording.
No, wasted our lives.
Wasted our lives for what? Tiago said, wow, that's really useful. Been using Melodyne for maybe 3 years. Never realized that was a thing. I think I've been using it for 11 years. Crowberry said, that was a really neat explanation. Definitely should be a stream highlight. I think I will. I think I will make that a stream highlight. I love explaining things. I call it Kayleen-splaining. Whoa. So if I were to just not edit this at all, but all I would do is what like the typical tutorials show you, is would be snap to the grid and then use pitch drift to even it out. Look at what it did to the end of this note. I did this like natural fall off, whoa, which like technically is flat, but sometimes that's desirable.
Oh.
And it doesn't sound quite right. So this is another instance where instead of doing that, I'm going to just chop it up. And then like just kind of drag things into place. And now this fall is intact.
Oh.
To like chop notes up before pitch correcting them, I didn't learn that from anyone. I just started doing it myself because I was playing around in the tool and I wasn't quite getting the results that I wanted. And that was just like a way around it. Please feel free to ask questions about what I'm doing here. I am more than happy to explain anything I'm doing. I know sometimes I can go really fast and I'm not always talking about exactly what I'm doing in here. Another thing, I know my voice very well, so sometimes I don't need to listen to something before I correct it to hear how it sounds, but I do encourage you, if you're correcting your own vocals, like, I highly encourage that you listen to them first.
It's the end of all we know.
I want to listen to it a cappella, just so I can make sure that I didn't make any errors.
Is this the end of all we know? They all float. Whoa. Is this the end of all we know? Wasted our lives for what? Whoa.
Okay, this one just needs to be slightly longer at the end. Oh my god, Yuri. Yeah, that is what she said. Also, that's like super low-hanging fruit, but it's fine.
Red sky rainfall.
I hear some beating. One of them has a problem. Wait, where is it? Red sky. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that. I like this vibrato here. So here is one instance where I really, really like the pitch drift tool. This vibrato it's diagonal. So just gonna do that.
Red sky rainfall.
So much better. Rich said, what is the origin of piss lore? So basically, this is the verse about piss.
You have the day, but you pissed it away.
Okay, so on the very first live stream that I did, before I recorded that line, I was like giggling over it. And he's actually talking about pissing. So that's where the piss joke started. And it's now devolved into whatever this debauchery is. Zach said, dude, I just watched a Crest commercial and this doctor just leaves this poor man in the bathroom on a plane. What? More context is needed. Okay, Yuri said the crests are to blame. You know that meme where it's like the anime guy looking at the butterfly? I found one that said this, the guy, Hanneman, and then the butterfly crest toothpaste. Yuri said, Zach, why are you watching commercials during Kayleen's stream? Are you stream cheating? Oh my god, you're cheating on me with the crest commercial. All our present is May. Why do you guys like watching me do this? Is this entertaining? Oh, I am so glad I asked. Okay, Zach said we love watching your hard work. Ambient Shredder said nothing better than some relentless melodyning on a Saturday evening. This is pretty relentless. Rich said I'm editing a wedding. This has been really fun to keep me accompanied. And Crowberry said wedding. Yeah, I am very glad that I asked. That's awesome though. Like, I hope you guys like are actually getting something out of this. Cause I mean, for me, I've gotten a lot out of this process. Not just like having the joy of laughing at a bunch of silly jokes that are made in the chat. The feedback that I've been getting has been so helpful. I know I've said it before and I will say it again, but this song is going to turn out much better because I've been live streaming it and because I've been getting feedback as I've been going along. Yuri said, wait, we're still helping her record? I thought this has turned into a piss joke party.
Have we seen that side of heaven yet?
Rich said piss correction. That's what we're doing right now. Yuri, did you make the piss correction joke 4 hours ago?
Rich.
I forgot about it. I'm sorry. I don't think Rich was here for it.
Rich.
Funny enough, I'm singing the word rich right here. Rich.
Rich. Poor.
Clutching to their shits. Oh my god, it's all over the place. My pitch is all over the place.
All our present is me.
All our present is me. Okay, Yuri said, man, so happy to contribute to this. I am glad that you contributed to this also. Okay, Ambient Shredder said, when you finish tracking, do you send stems or your whole session? I send stems. If I were to send the session, I think that I would be fired as a client. Crowberry said, it would be wild if you didn't listen to it all the way through after doing all of this. No, I'll just be like, you guys have to wait until the video comes out. It's gonna be different too, because like the mix, it's not gonna be exactly the same as how I have it mixed right now. I say mixed very lightly, by the way. Oh my god. Yuri said, no, keep the planned blue balling for 5k subs, please. That's for Satellites, not for Reptile.
All our present is me.
But the thought of like me not posting a song being equivalent to blue balls, that's kind of funny.
All our present is me.
Whoa, I actually started flat on that one. I'm proud of myself. I really got down there. Okay, we might need an anatomy lesson in the comments. This is the last one. It's really truly the last one. Unless I would decide to add another harmony. Ambient Shredder said, are there ever really enough harmonies? I don't think so. I could keep adding more harmonies to this until the whole thing is just an acapella piece. Oh man, no ideas. I do not want to do an acapella version of Reptile. Okay, Yuri said, Zach and Sweg are our local anthropologists. Can't do without them. Wait. Anthropologists? I took a class in college called Cultural Anthropology. I got like a D. So, I don't remember what anthropology is. I did read the chat. I saw that. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's gonna actually sound any good.
All our present is me.
That's it. That's literally it. Okay. Rich said piss complete, flush initiated. It doesn't even make sense, but like, it's just silly.
You can take away all our present is me. Bury the
Ambient Shredder said, if you hit T, it pulls up all your tools and allows you to switch quicker. Oh my god. I am learning so much today. Okay, Yuri said, Mark is already gonna have a crap ton of work to do. Might as well keep them frozen. Let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
It's my go-to karaoke song. Okay, Ambient Shredder said, I'm over here all proud watching you using the new key commands and color coding. I love color coding, so this is definitely going to be happening a lot more. So I'm done and I'm about to like press play to listen through the entire thing. Yuri, are you serious or are you joking? Another soil we own. Soil we own! What's weird is I feel like I remember recording one. There's always one more vocal track. Soil we own! Order black and white we know. Soil we own! Become soil we own! Soil we own! Soil we own! Soil we own! Just slightly sharp. Soil we own! Becomes ours! Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole song again from the beginning. Becomes ours! No one with the soil we own! Soil we own! Becomes ours! Order black and
and what we soil we own becomes ours. No one with the soil we own.
Fuck yeah. Okay, hopefully there's no more missing vocals. Okay, Polone, I don't know how to pronounce that. So good. Do you plan to release this on Spotify? And what about Flatline and Circle With Me? Are they coming to Spotify? Yes, eventually. Wow. I can't believe that it's done. Unless I find something later that I have forgotten. I am so blown away by the fact that I've never had an unlively chat on my stream. I started live streaming about a month and a half ago. I didn't know if anyone was going to show up, you know? I made no announcement. You guys showed up, you were enthusiastic, and you have all provided me so much valuable feedback and terrible, terrible jokes. But this has been absolutely incredible. I am excited to do more of these. Okay, Polum says, you should start a Discord channel now for all of us to hang out. Thank you guys so much. You've all been amazing, so fun to hang out with, and I look forward to next time. See you guys later.